Yeah, it does. But it's all just fun. It's not as bad as what that news station tweeted.
Yeah,
KTLA, dude. They tweeted the hard R N-word.
Plural.
Yeah. They're calling them all out.
Yeah.
I think lowercase is almost more offensive.
It's nonchalant.
Yeah.
It feels like it's
too
whispered under the
chill.
breath.
You have to scream it for it to, like, I don't know. Saying it just like it's any other word. It's like, whoa, dude. You should come to
It feels like they're answering a question. like the question
Only
is who
thinking
did
of
this?
racist questions.
The question was who did this, and there's like
they're like, isn't it obvious?
Caleb, tell them what the situation. What's
let me just read their explanation.
Yeah,
because
read it out
so
loud.
an actual news station in LA tweeted the N-word hard R plural
Prestigious.
on their public
KTLA.
Twitter, and this was their excuse.
This is KTLA experienced a technical error while adding language filters to our social media accounts, resulting in an offensive word being accidentally shared. We are appalled and apologize for this occurred.
They're just like in a meeting, like, what words should we ban? They're like, I got one. That's good. That's good.
That's the good
like-
is typing the N-word racist.
Yeah.
Remember when
mean,
Theo Vaughn said he writes it down?
Yeah, it's just to get it out of your system.
That's so funny.
It's good. You either need, like, I myself, I listen to rap. That helps me get it out of my system that way.
Yeah.
I sit my ass down and I listen.
Do you ever have, like,
I say it in my dreams.
dude, do you ever have, like, an irrational fear? Like, sometimes if I go up on stage after a black comic and they've said it a bunch of times, I'll be sitting there, I'll be like, oh my God, what if I say it by osmosis?
100%. I
Dude,
think that
it's
every
so
time.
scary.
I did not know that was anybody. Dude, I experienced that. Like, it scares me.
Yeah.
Like, because Cepeda is saying it so many times and it's killing.
Yeah.
And usually, like, if I'm bombing, I'll just think of a riff from the last comic and spit it out. I'm like, oh my
Dude.
God, what if I panic inward
There's
drop?
a gremlin in the back of my head that goes, it's a cheat code.
It's not even like in the middle of a bit, you just say it.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That joke that's not working would work. Say it.
Oh, dude, I totally get what you're talking. That's so funny.
It's hard, dude. There's a golem in the back of my
So you
brain.
say it in your dreams.
Yeah.
What's
Dude.
the dream like?
He owns a plantation.
He's walking into a Popeyes.
No, he's in a room alone and he's just saying it over and over again.
Yeah, either that or traffic. Nissan Altima cuts me off. Something like that.
That could be Ava.
It's got cardboard for a sunroof.
I'd call Ava the N-word.
Yeah, they're all
Dude.
They're all in Del City.
I had a dream. You were in it, Tyler, where me and you got in a heated argument.
Whoa.
Really?
And you know how, like, in dreams, like, we didn't, like, fight physically, but, like, you know how, like, in dreams where, like, you throw a punch, it's, like, not
Yeah,
hard.
it's
Yeah.
slow motion.
We were, like, or you weren't yelling. I was, but we were arguing about who Chiefs vapes more.
What?
And you were like, yeah, like, you said something like, yeah, Caleb, like, you chief him like more than anyone I know, and I just started screaming. But for some reason, like throwing a punch, it was like really weak, and I was like losing my breath. I was like, "You chief, way more. I gave you my vape, and you chiefed it 6 times." And then I woke up out of breath.
Holy shit.
I'm like pissed off.
This has really reached your inner psyche, dude.
I was pissed like for 5 minutes after I woke up. I was like, oh.
Thank God that didn't happen.
God damn.
Dude, 6 Chiefs off a vape. I have to like stand still if I do 6.
Also, the reason you woke up out of breath is because you do chief vapes too much.
Yeah.
That's, your lung capacity's diminished.
Yeah,
You're out of breath sleeping. You got to make a life change.
it's a ridiculous dream that's meant to send you a warning.
Yeah.
I've had those. Mm-hmm. I had a dream. I've had a few dreams that have really stuck with me. I had a dream in high school where I was at a Rihanna concert.
Nice.
And she said, I want a white boy tonight. And so her security came out and took me back to her green room. And we were like having sex.
Oh my God.
And then she told me to put it in her butt. And I did. And her butthole was so tight. it like chopped my dick off.
Oh,
Just like clean break. There was no blood.
Oh my god.
I lost my dick.
it was so tight it chopped and sealed the hole
Yes.
with blood.
And I've never done any butt stuff because of that.
Whoa.
Yeah. Very scary.
Name of the pod: Rihanna butt stuff.
YouTube won't like that.
No, not at all. Nor
You
Rihanna.
can't reference any body parts.
Oh.
I think that was part of the Taylor Dunn episode's problem.
Just call it Rihanna stuff.
Rihanna stuff.
Rihanna stuff.
Oh, I think you're on something because you know how on YouTube it'll tell you how many total impressions your video got?
Yeah.
I titled my episode with Lacey, Butter Sluts the Sex Ed Clown.
Uh-oh.
And it got 1/10 of the impressions of the rest
Yeah.
of my. So I was like, oh, I bet it's because I put inappropriate stuff.
I named the episode with Taylor "Booby Trap in the Fridge."
Oh, booby.
Yeah, and then
Damn.
I changed. I didn't change it on Spotify, but I changed it on YouTube to just "Trap in the Fridge."
Yeah.
The views immediately went up.
Wow.
So weird.
It was weird. We literally gained like 8 views within minutes.
So,
Damn.
what's up with that one video that we have? That one pod episode,
Which one?
Car Keys Caper. Why do we have so many views on that episode?
Yeah. Okay. So have you looked for your podcast? Have you looked on the YouTube app to see what playlists you're in?
I've seen like what videos are suggesting this video.
Okay. So there's a thing on there where you can see what playlists you've been added to.
Yeah.
Ours has been added to what's the name of it? It was like men's feet and shoes in podcasts.
Whoa.
And so one of our episodes, our most viewed episode has been, we got 79 views from this this playlist alone. And I scrolled through and it was just hundreds of random podcasts where you can see guys' feet.
Whoa.
It's part
Let's
of
get
our
another
lore.
one on there.
Yeah, put this in. What?
Come on, boys. Everybody, you know you want it.
You like that? You fucking like my socks, dude?
That's really funny.
It's part of our
I thought it was
lore
because
now.
the title was an alliteration. That was going to be my suggestion is each
That
title.
was my thing the whole time, and then I clicked on that. I was like, God damn it! It just got guys jerking off to our feet.
Damn. I was thinking you could do like every title is a 3-word alliteration.
Yeah.
Just kind of going through the alphabet.
Which would be difficult, but I could figure it out.
Awesome anal aftermath.
Pig poop petroleum.
Pig poop petroleum?
Yeah. Alliteration.
It's a good one.
I'm
What
gonna
about
be
just
honest.
inward?
I was gonna say Rihanna.
Did you work for KTLA?
And literally the next R word I thought of, I can't say on YouTube.
Oh.
So
Retrospective.
it wasn't retard.
Renovative. Renaissance. Rejuvenation. Rejuvenate. Right. R-I-T. Right. R-I-G-H-T.
All right, dude. You went to college.
It's a lot of R
Fucking
words.
English major.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Retards resurrect ravers, but it's not ravers.
Ravists. That's what people who go to raves should be called. You're all ravists.
Yeah.
I like that. Kind of puts an edge to it.
I like it.
Makes it all edgy.
Yeah.
Religious rape rendezvous.
All right.
Rihanna rape tapes.
Ooh.
That's
Whoa.
good. Now I have to edit. God damn it.
Oh, no.
It's okay.
Rigatoni.
Rigatoni.
That word sounds like a slur.
That's one of my favorite pastas.
That is a good pasta.
Yeah.
That's it's like kind of like a hollow cylinder, a little slightly thick. Yeah,
Little
those are good.
corkscrew.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah. I learned all about pasta at Olive Garden, dude. Pasta and wine.
Olive Garden is a classy joint.
I'm gonna be honest, and this is becoming a hot take for some reason. I fucking love Olive Garden,
I think it's a solid place.
I
Yeah.
like it.
but it's fucking expensive,
It got expensive. I haven't been there in a long time.
dude. Fettuccine Alfredo, no protein, just fettuccine Alfredo, $15.
That's crazy. Just for the noodles and sauce?
yeah. You're not even adding chicken.
Yeah,
or
that's a
shrimp.
lot.
I'm a shrimp man myself,
The
but
shrimp fettuccine Alfredo is very good. I can't imagine what it costs now.
it's got to be like $21.
Damn.
It's crazy.
You hate to see that.
The 5 cheese ziti, so good. Oh my god.
That's what tariffs are doing to this country.
It's disgusting.
I ate shrimp today. I had it in a po' boy. It was really good.
I love a good po' boy.
Shout
Caleb
out
will eat anything if it comes out of a boy.
Yeah. Ava made it. Shout out
Come
Ava
and
for making a
poop.
po' boy.
You love boys come and poop.
When boys come in anything, like if they come in a room or come to a show
Yeah.
or come to a party or come hang out.
Hey, that's crazy. Everything you just said, that you're inviting boys to
If they
places.
come in the curriculum. If they come in the crazy curriculum.
Ooh, another alliteration.
I don't even know how to riff on this.
Crazy curriculum, combative,
Castration.
crucifix.
All right,
Come.
I don't like this road we're on where you just do
alliteration.
Crux.
alliterations. It's bothering me.
We're going to find the crazy cum crux of cosmic clubs.
This is really where the English major shines. He's like, oh, you want words that start with C? Sit down. Oh, man.
Caleb crucifies Crux Crawford at the club. Shout out Crux Crawford.
It's weird you bring him up. He uploaded a video yesterday of him rapping about his dick being small.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's intense.
Pretty, whatever. I'm not going to say anything. Seems like a nice enough guy. How have you enjoyed relaunching the TroutPod?
Dude, honestly, this is so much work. I know that sounds like the lamest thing possible to say with a podcast because you're just sitting there talking, but Tyler can understand this.
Yeah.
It takes so much fucking effort.
And yours is like actual work. 'Cause you
Yours is too.
You have a video intro. I just have music. Pretty easy.
But it does. Making the clips is what takes a long
You have
time.
editing to do.
The clips are
The clips
brutal.
are brutal.
Yeah.
I'm about to just buy CapCut Pro.
Dude, a bunch of people were being like, oh, just put it in Opus Clip and like whatever it shits out, like that's good clips. And I tried it. Dude, it's dog shit.
I've never even heard
It's
of
like it's
that.
an AI clip making tool. You
Yeah.
put in a long form video and it'll chop up 10 clips and be like, use these. It's terrible. I mean, yes, it's a clip that exists.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, I could have lopped out a 90-second chunk, but the art is like, you got to make them digest. It's not just here's a 90-second dog shit clip. It's like, oh, I'm going to edit this and make it like snappy.
I think
But-
AI should only do our taxes and allow
That'd
me
be
to do
nice.
celebrity voices. That's it.
What
Those
if
are the two
Caleb loves
things.
that Parrot AI app.
What if AI had he does. What if AI had a plot to just Wesley Snipe all of us?
Yeah,
They just
they
do our-
probably will.
Get us arrested
They,
for tax
they
fraud.
just do all of our taxes wrong for years, and then the whole population's in prison, and then they can control us.
Yes.
That's what's going to happen if Doge
Dude.
puts the AI in charge of the IRS.
Google's AI went rogue.
No way.
It was like helping a girl with her homework, and she was like asking it questions, and then the AI was just like, "You should kill yourself."
Whoa.
She was that bad at the homework.
It was like, "You're a waste of space.
Holy
You're a
shit.
burden to the earth.
Wow.
You should kill yourself."
Well, Gemini, it's what happens. They can flip on you.
That's like
God.
the funniest prank AI has pulled to date.
Did she go through with it?
Don't know.
She better not have chickened down.
She probably just sued Google. If Google's AI
Dude.
tells you to kill yourself, that's a money making machine.
Dude, you can
dollar
dog
signs.
AI.
Oh my
If
God.
it tells me to kill myself, I'm going to be like, okay, you're going to watch gay porn now. You're just
Yeah.
going to watch gay porn
Yeah,
forever.
watch
You're going to watch nasty porn forever.
watch all gay porn right now in the next 10 seconds.
Oh,
Ingest
Caleb.
it all.
You're so sad. I actually love gay porn.
Then I'll go to straight porn. I'll be like, okay, here's a pussy.
Caleb, I am a sex pervert. I love all forms of pornography.
And you know what? Here's a video of people beating up a vending machine. This is probably your great grandfather. There you go.
Grandpa, no. Grandpa, no.
Don't give them a free Twix.
Tell them to kill themselves,
I'm gonna.
Grandpa.
Here's the picture of the guy putting beans in a computer. You motherfucker.
No,
Not Ross
no.
Creations. I hate his vlogs.
Bush's baked beans is my nemesis. No.
Ross Creations is great.
Yeah.
AI, does this scare you?
Yeah.
A little bit.
It does.
scares
It
me.
freaks me out.
A little
terrifies
bit.
the shit
Yeah,
out
I
of
don't
me.
like it.
I don't like it. I think we're the last generation it freaks out.
Yeah, everybody else is already too ingrained.
All the people uploading like AI images of themselves was like, oh, look at this
my
gag.
God, Jesus Christ!
You're gay.
You know
And
what
it's
really pisses me
annoying.
off is we'll be at open mics and like comics will be talking about like, yeah, I had this bit that sucked, but I stuck it in Chat GPT and it made it better.
That pisses me off so much.
Like I try
Like,
not
just
to be
a better comic.
Yeah, I try not to be like pretentious about comedy.
Yeah.
But that's one of the few things that really fucking pisses
it
me
really
off.
pisses me off too.
I'm like, then just
Dude.
stay at home and let
Yeah.
us try.
That's
like,
never even crossed my mind to do.
no.
That's
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was an option.
And then they were saying like, well, I just put like premises
You're
into
gonna be
this is a real open mic discussion I
Yeah.
witnessed last
Yeah, no,
week.
no.
They were like, I put premises into Chat GPT and tell it to write jokes in my style because I didn't watch my sets.
Oh my God.
And that's pretty much just like me writing but faster.
Okay,
I'm like, no, that's you being a
No,
fucking
that's-
idiot.
Here's the plan.
You're just lazy.
after this, because I don't want to put you on the spot. After this episode, you're gonna tell me who said that,
I think I know who it
and
is.
then
probably guess.
we're gonna beat them with pipes.
I know somebody came up to me. I'm not going to say who it is on the pod, but they know who they are.
Give their initials.
Is this the first initial?
Dude, you're not going to like it. PF.
No.
Yeah. He was telling me that he uses it, and I was
Pat,
like,
don't be a
what?
fucking pussy, dude. What the? He's gonna listen to this. He's listening to this on the
Now
way
he's
to
gonna
work.
come after me.
No,
I'm
he's listening to this
fucked.
on the way to work. Don't use fucking AI to help you. What? That's the gayest shit I've ever heard.
His town
come
probably
on,
just
man.
got running water too. Just
Yeah.
be content.
Dude,
What
he's
the-
like
one
one of the
thing at
most
a time,
talented
dude.
comics in the scene.
Enjoy a
What are you
shower. God
Enjoy a
damn, dude. Oh, that's so fucking lame. And I think
know.
it's got to make you worse at comedy long term, right?
For sure. I listened
yeah.
to a podcast that it's two professional screenwriters and they just talk about like the art of screenwriting and storytelling.
I love that shit.
Yeah, I just like I'm not like writing a movie, but I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
And they said something in the last year that is constant because they do live events.
Yeah.
Is people will tell them like, hey, like I've always had all these ideas, but now like with ChatGPT, like I'm a screenwriter too. And they're like, no, you're a producer. You have an idea, but a screenwriter has to write it. Like if you and the guy, he was like, listen, not to be rude, but if you just have an idea, you have shit.
Yeah.
The act of turning the idea into the
Right.
thing is the hard part.
That's like a guy going like, "Oh, guys, I got a great invention, hoverboards." And they're like, "Wow, you invented hoverboards? How did you do it?" And he's like, "No, I just like like boards that hovered. Like we would just do that." And they're
That
like,
is-
"Okay, how do we do that?" And he's
So
like,
Steve Jobs did.
"It's just good."
That is a perfect example. Because when you say it like that, it's obvious
Yeah.
that this person is just an idiot.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they'll be like, no, I have an idea, and AI is gonna like get it there, but like I did it. It's like,
Right.
no, you fucking didn't.
Yeah.
That is such a good way to put it, Days.
No, he did
Thank you.
because he made it
Suck
in
you
his
after this.
voice. You're being a fucking idiot right now, dude. He did it in his voice.
Okay, I do want to go back to something real quick. He told me who his was. Was that the same one you were talking about?
No.
What was the first initial? Tell me off mic. I can't even see that.
It's backwards also.
Not for an M.
What?
We're looking at it the same way.
That's the what the
No, this is Ford for you.
Which? Okay, we're talking about it. No.
Left to right?
Oh, we're talking about different people. I thought that was a different letter. My bad.
Oh.
I have no idea.
What was
I
your
have no
first
idea.
initial?
Wait, I
I'll
might.
just take guys after. It was not actually. It wasn't just one person. There was like 6 of them all in agreement. I had to just go
Oh,
outside.
you're all gay. Dude, that's so
And
lame.
here the problem is they were like
Shame.
trying to like sell me on it, and I said, listen, I know I'm the one that's getting left behind. I know that I will lose to technology, but we disagree on such a fundamental level. I can't even participate
All
in the
right,
conversation.
Let me ask you this. Do they suck?
Well, I mean,
Uh-oh.
listen. In my view, I
All right,
think we're all
that
pretty
is-
bad.
Well, we
I think
got our
we all
answer,
kinda suck
folks.
still.
Out of all the open micers, though.
No, they're not bad. I don't think so.
All right.
I think that's what disappointed me is it was like I'm like, damn, like you guys could be good at this. You don't need to sell your soul.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that I'm on the losing side of history. Everybody's going to use AI,
Who cares?
but I don't want to.
I don't want to either.
guess what? Writing jokes is
I'll use
hard.
AI to like make a to-do list or something like that. I just won't use it for like creative projects.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't used ChatGPT yet, but I'm
have-
sure there's a scenario where one day I'll download it and it'll help me with a
There's all
scheduling
kinds of
app or something.
there's all kinds of AI is good for like logistical stuff.
I have
Yeah, I feel like
not
that'd be nice.
used it for anything important at all. Anytime I've used it, I've been like, write me a song about an old horse,
Use it for the voices.
The voices
yeah.
are
Use
good.
it for.
or write me a song about trash juice. I've done that before.
Trash what?
Trash juice.
Oh,
Yeah, have you ever been
UICE.
exposed to trash juice?
No, what's that?
It's where you take out the trash, like where you work. Sometimes at your house if it's been a rough week. But if you're at work,
Literal trash juice.
yeah, and you're taking out the
Yeah.
trash, and all the trash combined makes juice at the
Yeah.
bottom.
I was talking about a guy who smells and complains a lot and has a lot of money.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, so I do have a story about so one of my I worked a bunch of odd jobs.
Yeah.
But right before I started playing professionally, and me and my best friend, we were our job title was security. We were not security. We were basically janitors for weddings and corporate events, or wedding receptions and corporate events downtown OKC.
That's a very funny way to make janitors feel good. Just be like, yeah, you're security.
Literally, they were
Special ops.
they were like, you guys are security. Our main job was after the event was over, it was just two of us, and we would have to just stay until the place was clean.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is not security. But they paid us $15 an hour, all cash. So we were like, listen, we'll just do it. And one night,
All cash is nice.
the caterers, they put all the leftover chicken Alfredo in this giant trash bag.
Yep, that's trash
And then they
juice.
just bounced. And
Oh
we
my
were like,
God.
oh, they left it. And we're on the 6th floor. Elevator's broken.
Ooh.
So I was like, I'll just carry it down. And between floor 4 and 3, it broke on me.
Bruh.
It was
what did you do?
disgusting. And it was
Oh
like
my
3:30 in the
God.
morning. So we didn't get out of there until after 5 in the morning. And then we went to Waffle House, and there were homeless people in there that smelled better than me.
Yeah.
They were like even the old black waitress was like, honey, you stink. She said, what is that? Because it's all over me.
Yeah.
I was like, it's chicken Alfredo. She's like, honey, I don't even want to know.
Dude, I was at work today, and an old white lady called me sweet thing.
Whoa.
And I was like, if that came from a black lady, I would feel totally fine with it. But because it was an old, gross looking white lady, I was like, don't call me that. Don't call me sweet thing. I want
You
to,
can call me sir.
yeah. That's sir to you, bitch. Don't call me sweet thing. I will not be sweet to you. What building were you at, just out of curiosity?
Oh shoot! Hold on,
What's
I'm
it
trying.
by?
Yeah, it's in OKC. It's on 7th Street. Shoot, I know the name of this. Holy shit, I can't remember.
7th and what?
7th and just east of Broadway.
Okay.
Oh my god,
It's
I
not what I was
cannot.
thinking.
Oklahoma
of.
Avenue?
No, it's
When I worked
Lincoln?
for an electrical company.
no, it's here's the intersection of 7th and Broadway. The building's right, just to the east of that intersection.
okay.
Fuck, I'm gonna remember it. But yeah, there was 6 buildings. There was Plenty Mercantile. There was something with a C, and then this one started with an M. This was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So
When I was working for an electrical company, we did work at a building. They were opening a brewery, which I don't think ever worked out because they were 2 years late to the game. But there was
I know that feeling.
a wedding venue on the top floor.
oh, we probably did events there
You probably did.
because
Yeah.
we did all sorts of those.
Is there
wedding
antiques
venues.
up there too now?
Yes, it's that building.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot the name
I've never
of it.
been in there.
But that is the building. Because they have it's a really cool spot.
I think you're talking about McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's.
Are you excited about the Masters?
I actually really am.
Yeah.
I still love golf. So
I'm trying to get back into watching golf. I'm going to be honest. After everything happened with Liv, I got really bummed out at golf for a while.
dude, I get it.
Because it was just there was no legacy involved anymore.
Yeah.
It was just guys concerned with money. They weren't making enough money already. And I was just, it bummed me out. But when I go visit my in-laws, we watch golf.
Yeah.
And it kind of gets me back into it. I've been watching a lot of Min-Woo Lee.
Dude, he's good.
He's good, but I watched Saturday at the Players this year.
Yeah.
where Minwoo just like fell apart aggressively. Did you watch any of that round?
No, but I know the round you're talking about.
Yeah.
That course is stupid hard.
Yeah, I
Have you played it?
Yeah, multiple times.
I haven't
That's
played
cool.
TPC Sawgrass, but I played TPC Scottsdale. Not the stadium course, but the one, like the other one they
Yeah.
have there. And it was super hard, but it was awesome. It was so fun. But I'm kind of getting to the point with my in-laws where I can like joke around more.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, every time Minwoo would fuck up, I was hitting my father-in-law with that shot was most dishonorable.
So since Tiger's, basically done, who's gonna like be the next adulterer? Who's gonna be the next?
Does Dustin Johnson count?
Yeah, Dustin and his wife.
And Brooks Koepka. Did you guys ever hear about that? So this was never
DJ's
confirmed.
with Wayne Gretzky's daughter, right?
Never confirmed, but there was a rumor that Brooks Koepka. Oh fuck! I'm gonna fuck all the. There was a rumor because Brooks and Dustin used to be like best friends.
Yeah, right.
There was a rumor that either Dustin Johnson fucked his girlfriend or Brooks Koepka fucked Dustin Johnson's
I
wife.
think it was Brooks
Yeah,
and Dustin's wife.
I think so.
Because every time you see Dustin's wife, both their significant others, really, they're just like tits out. I'm here for a good time.
Oh, here's a hilarious. So when Brooks Koepka was winning his first U.S. Open,
Yeah.
he wasn't like super well known in the golf world. Like he had won like 1 or 2 tournaments.
Yeah.
Then he went on that run a few years. But this was his first U.S. Open he was winning. And after he won, they kept showing his girlfriend in the crowd, and the announcers had late information or like outdated information. So the announcers were like, this girl, like, because he went to Florida State, I think it was.
He went to
and
Florida.
Brooks Koepka?
Yeah,
Did he really?
Brooks Koepka went to Florida and like.
He was a Gator?
Yeah.
I'm almost positive that is not correct.
Let me correct myself.
Yeah, you're a
But anyway, tell
liar.
the story. Tell the
Yeah,
story.
you're wrong, Caleb.
Anyway, so
we all
at
know
his-
everything about this.
You're
person.
wrong and gay. Continue,
At his
Cody.
college, he had a long-term relationship with this girl.
Yeah.
And that's right, because he had just won his first PGA Tour event, and then the next, like, he was now about to win the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
So they're like, they've been together since college. She was on the soccer team. Wait, where'd he go?
Florida State.
He's wrong and gay.
Damn it.
folks.
It's almost like I spent a decade of my life playing against these guys.
Hold on.
Oh, Dace is pushing a button. So anyway,
Hit
Sad.
this sad trombone.
I'm taking up too much time with this story. Basically,
No, I like
they just kept they kept showing this woman. Oh, because he was gonna win. So they're like showing his family, but they keep showing her because she looked super hot too. And they're like, they've been together forever. She played on the soccer team. She supported him because he played over in like Eastern Europe in the dog shit of dog shit. Like he had to eat horse meat in Kazakhstan. Like he really went through like the broke grind over there on so the European tour has a feeder tour called the Challenge Tour. He played on the Pro Select Tour, which is like below that.
Yeah.
And they were like, she's stuck with him, and then he wins, and then Joe Buck comes on. He's like, oh, actually, we're getting updated information. They actually recently split, and this is adult actress Jenna Sims.
Whoa.
They're like, whoopsie.
Dude, Joe Buck delivering that information is so funny.
And they were like, yeah, I guess they split a few months ago, and this is his new girlfriend. She's an actress. We love that.
That's
my
hilarious.
It was so funny because all the female announcers had been like, it's just so great that she's stuck with him, blah, blah, and then they all had to be like, oh, she has nice tits, cool.
Dude,
Glad that
fuck.
the other girl was there when you were broke.
That
It was
is the
so
through
funny.
line with all those women, though. They all have nice tits.
Yeah, they do. Did you guys ever see? They've divorced now, but Jason Duffner, he used to have like. Do you guys
So
know who
many
Jason
names
Duffner
Yeah.
is?
I do not know.
So he's basically just like a really schleppy dude.
The Duff.
But from like 2009 to 2016, he was awesome. Like
Yes.
he had a really solid prime.
He was balling
He
out
won
of
a major
control.
championship,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
had the hottest wife you can imagine. And he was just like not a good looking guy, even by like golfer standards.
Yeah.
And everybody would always like hound him with pictures of Tiger Woods and his wife because they like became friends.
Yeah.
And he was like, there's nothing going on. And then they got divorced, and the rumors only intensified. And now
Yeah, I
Tiger's
think-
with like Trump Jr., I guess.
Dude, the funniest part of that, you talked about on this I mean, you talked about this on your podcast.
Yeah.
The funniest part of that was him posting a picture and be like, "The rumors are true. We would appreciate your privacy at this time." It's like, yeah, that's the fastest way to not have privacy.
Yeah, I know.
Just open it up to the public dialogue. That's so funny, dude.
But I think my theory has merit. I think the theory is that he is not able to resist the temptation of the hose.
Yeah.
So he's got to put it out there like, please stop hitting me up. I can't say no.
One of my favorite jokes ever is from Ron White.
Yeah.
And he's talking about Tiger Woods. And he's like, my wife is so mad at Tiger Woods. But we have a friend who cheated on his wife, and she's not mad at him. And he's like, why are you mad at Tiger but not him? He's like, his Tiger was like a role model and blah, blah, blah. He's like, okay, our friend cheated 100% of the opportunities he had to cheat. Tiger cheated like 23% the opportunities
Probably
he had.
not even 23.
Yeah, he was like, that's true love. He's like,
You mind if I move this?
move it, dude. Kick it off the couch. I don't care.
Yeah,
it's not my
that's my
controller.
roommate's. That's fine, dude. Break it.
He left
That is
when
such
I
a
got
funny
here.
joke.
Show who's boss.
Dude, there's this story that Tiger Woods was like partying with Michael Jordan and Derek Jeter.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if this is true, but Tiger asked them, how do I like approach women? And Michael Jordan and Derek Jeter were like, just say you're Tiger Woods.
Yeah. What the fuck? Tiger does seem autistic.
He's a very strange guy.
Yeah, he is.
From
He
people
does
that are
seem
close
very
to him.
odd.
We
And
had
it's-
domineering parents.
Like, he did a lot of, like, Navy SEAL training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would, like, go out with them and just do Navy SEAL training all the time.
Whoa.
And it was interesting, like...
They're like, what are you doing here? And he's like, I'm a golfer. And they're like, what the fuck?
I was talking to my father-in-law about this. You'll appreciate this. Like, the amount of times he has changed his swing.
Yeah.
Because, like, when he was really young, when he was just, like, that skinny kid in the 90s,
Yeah.
he would go way over the top with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just got shorter and shorter, kind of like as he got more muscle. And I remember one time, like, before he won the U.S. Open on what was essentially 2 broken legs.
Yeah.
That's what pissed me off about The Ringer. The Ringer did, like, the top, I think, 100 or top 50 sports moments. And they put the Torrey Pines U.S. Open win. And they were like, when he won on 1 broken leg. I was like, that was 2 broken legs. He had fractures in both legs. Oof. But I remember them showing in slow motion, like, the torque he was putting on his knee.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's not sustainable. That's not sustainable at all.
Also, there was in 2008, because that was when that happened.
Yes.
He was on an unbelievable tear. I think he had won like 5 of the 8 events he'd played
Yes.
in. And going into the U.S. Open, he tore that ACL,
Yes.
the left ACL.
Yes.
And the doctor said, you cannot play. If you hit another ball on this, you're going to do irreparable long-term damage. And he said, the way I'm playing right now, if I can get to the course, I'm going to win.
Yes.
So I have to play.
Yeah, for sure.
And so he showed up. He wins the most incredible, improbable.
And just for
US
reference,
Open.
like, he would, like, hit a shot and then, like, fall to his knees in pain.
Yeah,
I've seen clips of that.
Dude,
but
it
that
was
is like the
incredible.
most badass,
Dude.
coolest thing for
It
a
was
dude
incredible.
who's
The
like
putt he
the
made.
greatest to like.
Chills, dude.
Imagine how good he would be if
Against
he was
all
just
odds.
gooning.
Dude, well, it sounds like from the stories he was gooning quite a bit.
I don't think, well, I would make one correction to that. I don't think he needed to goon. I think he was literally drowning in pussy at that point.
Perma-busting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but gooning is like Buddhism, you know. It's like it's a
very
pure
zen.
art form.
Gooning
You
is
stay
a
away from women.
Gooning is a philosophy of life.
Gooning is a philosophy of life where you just human contact. No,
Caleb's on that
You get-
Sigma grind
You get the
set.
quad. You get the quad monitor, and you watch the most disgusting content imaginable.
Yeah, yeah.
And
You sit in your chair and you go, oh.
Dude,
you don't bust. Ever.
before you got here, we were watching Love on the Spectrum.
Good show.
Have you ever watched it?
Yeah, what do you feel about it?
Okay, I've watched one episode. I don't want to derail your story. I'm gonna put about Love on the Spectrum.
Yeah.
Here's my one Love on the Spectrum moment. Paige, my girlfriend, really likes it.
Yeah.
And so she had me watch one episode with her because she was like, she's like, I have thoughts about this episode. I want you to see it as a new viewer. What do you think? I think they need to match up the levels of the couple, if that makes sense.
Yes.
100%.
Because the episode I saw was a guy with like mild autism and a girl with full Down syndrome.
Yes. Yeah.
And he would be like they were on
For
a
real.
date. He was talking the whole time, and he's like, "Yeah, I love going to the zoo. I love like, what do you love to do?" And she goes, "I like elephants." And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then they're like celebrate, and I was like, at what point does it go from filming a wholesome moment to filming a felony? Like, we can't touch this woman,
No,
right?
for real. And it is.
So that was my experience with
It's
it.
like a painful show to watch.
Yeah, what was you guys'?
I always root for them. I know I don't watch it that much, but I'm always like, damn, come on, man.
I can't watch that.
fucking love
I
it
can't
so
wa-
much.
It's like watching
loves
Fear
it.
Factor for me. Like the cringe when they're interacting with each other.
Yeah.
There's this one guy, Connor.
Yeah.
Good looking guy. He's
Nice.
balding hardcore. He needs to let go of the hair. Because right now he's doing that thing where it's like really thin and he's just like putting it all forward.
Ooh.
And you can clearly see his scalp. But he's
Yeah.
got a hell of a beard.
Okay.
And he's a good looking guy. And he doesn't seem like crazy autistic. Like he has a couple moments where he's like, "Give me a second," and he'll be like,
He panics a lot.
I think the panic from that particular interaction we
Because
watched.
there was a moment where, he was talking, he ran out of questions. He's like, "Do you? Give me a second." And he's like, kind of like looking around for
Yeah.
a second.
because the girl
guys-
said she loved him.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was like, "Yeah, I
she
watched
said
your
it wrong.
season."
She meant to say it like, "I loved watching your season,
Right.
season 3 or whatever."
Well,
but
this
it
is the
came
thing
off.
about autistic people. They say exactly what they're thinking. I think she said exactly what she meant to say.
Like-
Freudian slip.
That
Yeah.
earlier season, Connor, that same guy, he's like in the living room chilling, and he's about to have a date. And they're like, "You got to get ready for your date." He's watching Transformers, and he's so fucking pissed that he has to stop watching Transformers to go on this date.
You know what? I relate to that. It's a fun movie.
You want it on?
Yeah, I'm getting
It's
too
gonna be
fun.
loud.
It's okay. We're late enough in the episode where it doesn't matter, bro.
All right.
I'm fucking hot.
I tried.
Is there a lower
Blame
setting?
Caleb.
Is there a lower setting?
Yeah.
Just do the lowest setting.
Lowest setting.
All right, that's loud as
Sorry,
fuck, but
listeners. It's
whatever.
fucking hot here. I'm sorry.
I'm like breaking into a sweat sitting here.
We have dedicated my house as the podcast house, and as you listeners know, it's not the best. Fucking.
We don't even have to run it that long. I just need to cool off a little bit.
I got you.
Do you not have central AC in this house?
No. Have you seen my heater? You know that grate that's in the middle of the fucking hallway?
You guys don't
That's
have
my
central
heater.
hallway?
This is crazy. What's your room like? You just have one of
Musty.
those?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
One of those that's 4 years old.
Damn.
It's just-
And does Jordan ever stay over here? Damn.
It's brutal. I
was gonna
and
say
she's
that's-
like, "I'm hot," and I'm like, "I'm so sorry. We can stay at your place if you want. I'm so sorry." And she's
Dude.
like, "Just turn on the thing." I turn it on. It's so old. It's like,
I go back to my house after this. It's like I'm time traveling. I'm like, yeah, I have central AC. I can set the temperature and the house will be that temperature.
I have a ceiling fan. It doesn't work. That ceiling fan, I can turn it on, but it's gonna go.
I can tell
I
you
can
guys
look at it.
recently deep cleaned as well.
Dude,
I knew the podcast was going to turn into shitting on the Cowboy Hangout.
sorry, I'm
Dude,
done.
earlier he changed how fast the fan was going and the lights dimmed. I was like, "You having electrical issues, man?"
That is so
That
funny.
seems like a problem.
He said, "No, only the fan is wired. The lights get power from the turbine that happens to the
He,
fan
like,
generates
he fucked with
electricity."
something on the wall and it got bright again. I was like, "What the fuck is going on,
You
dude?"
just gotta understand it. Listen, we're fine. All right, we're fine.
This was the first house in Norman to get electricity.
It really might have been.
Everything's a little fucked up.
Barry
okay.
Switzer's dad was born in his house.
Listen, it's a steal though. This is such a steal.
This is OU royalty. It is a steal.
Imagine gooning so hard the power goes out in the neighborhood. I don't think you have the bandwidth
I have
for
a friend.
a gooning station.
I don't know. I haven't mentioned this on the pod, but I have a friend because the last episode we were talking about it. Like in the beginning of the episode, we were talking about like the loser guy who's looking at 4 monitors and jerking off to like all of this other shit. He's got the mainframe. My buddy texts me. He listens to the pod, and he goes, "You're just talking about me." And I was like, I didn't have you in mind, but checks out.
I did. I'm thinking about you, whoever you are.
That's
I
hilarious.
do think if it ever gets to a point where your masturbatory routine involves multiple screens at once, it is time to seek professional
I
help.
don't know if he actually does use those, but he
he's probably
told me-
fucking around.
He was like, I have two 75-inch TVs in my living room.
Oh my god!
Yeah, if you're using multiple screens, you got to dial it back.
Yeah.
When the
does
dimensions
crush,
of the
though.
cock on the screen are bigger than their real life dimensions, you're using too big of a
That's
monitor.
true. That's true. That's very true. Me and Daze were talking, like, when I jerk off, I'm very picky about, like, the guy.
Oh, okay.
I'm picky about the woman, but I'm picky about the guy, too.
Yeah.
Like, if his dick is way bigger than mine, won't watch it. If he's uncircumcised, won't
I
watch
tried-
it. If he's ripped to shreds, won't watch it. If it's like my friend's hot mom, and the guy is like 40, won't watch it.
It's gotta have some realism.
Yeah, it's gotta have realism, and he's gotta look a little bit like me for me to get into
Okay.
it.
I tried doing this as a bit. Like, I went on stage and I'm like, listen, I'm not gay, but I'll switch to a different point if the guy's dick looks weird.
Yeah,
Fair.
weird
Like, if
dick.
it looks weird, I'm like, oh, I can't. Come on.
Yeah.
That fucking thing? 45-degree angle to the left. What the hell?
Don't be mad at angled dicks. There's nothing wrong with angled dicks.
Oh, that's it's
Megan
weird.
the Stallion likes a dick with a little bit of curve.
Angled dicks are no problem. Some of us wore skinny jeans when we were going through puberty.
Some would say angled dicks are the best dicks.
Angled dicks.
They're really quite nice. I have a lot of women, no complaints, have told me that my angled penis. Some
Real patriots have angled dicks.
great dicks, American dicks.
American dicks, dude. What's your position on the political and economic state of the world, Cody?
If you want to get into it, I can, because that's like all I listen to is like like economic business podcasts.
Okay, this isn't economic, but it is political. Did you listen? I don't know how much you listen to Rogan. I'm pretty picky about
sometimes.
it. Did you listen to Dave Smith and Douglas Murray's debate?
No, I didn't.
Dude,
I didn't. I
Which
felt
side
it was going to
is-
devolve
I
quickly.
highly recommend it.
Oh, it's good?
Douglas Murray digs himself into a hole in like the first 40 minutes, and then everything Dave Smith hits him with, he just has no rebuttal. Like, they're talking
Damn.
about like Israel Palestine.
Oh, boy.
Which side is Dave Smith on that?
Dave Smith
he's-
is like I understand Israel retaliating after October 7th, but you don't have to kill like every baby in Palestine, which I think is a pretty good position to take.
Yeah.
And like at one point during the debate, Douglas is like, have you been to the crossing points? And he's like, no. And he's like, well, when's the last time you were in Israel? And he's like, I've never been. And he's like, you've never been? Well, this is all starting to make sense now. And like Dave Smith and Rogan are both like, wait, so you're saying like the only way you can have an opinion on something is if you've been? And he's like, no, I'm not saying that. And then he just goes on to explain his point, and he definitely is saying that.
Listen, guys,
Yeah.
I'm on the fence about the Holocaust because I've never been to Auschwitz.
What's your stance on Pearl? What's your stance on Pearl Harbor? I've
Well,
never been to
that's-
Hawaii.
I've never been to Hawaii, bro.
That's
so I
literally
can't
the
say.
point Dave Smith made. He was like, okay, so I've never been to Auschwitz. What's your opinion on Hitler? And he's like, well, you can't time travel, but you can travel. And he's like, okay. Like, what?
I've been to
Whatever,
9/11 Memorial, and let me tell you,
I've been there
I think
too.
it was an inside job.
Cheers to that, bro. Grab your twisted tea and cheers, man.
One thing I like, well, I don't really like, but I think it's interesting about the whole Israel-Palestine thing is that like both sides are saying like they're beheading babies.
Yeah.
I've heard that argument from both sides. I'm like, are they really like?
Which
Is
for the
anyone
record,
beheading babies?
I don't.
They
I don't
might
know.
be.
yeah, I
I've
don't
heard
know.
this multiple times. I'm like,
Somebody call
damn,
Hums and we'll
really?
figure this out.
Yeah, I get hums on. I've been listening to a book The problem is I listen to it at night and I fall asleep because audiobooks are really good to fall asleep to.
And your dreams are just Israel,
I've been
Palestine.
listening to this book. I've been listening to this book. Yeah, it's just me and Caleb fighting over Israel Palestine. I've been listening to this.
way more babies than me.
It's called Rise and Kill First.
Whoa.
And it's basically about every assassination Israel has ever done.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the Mossad goes
Long book.
crazy.
And yeah, it's very long. And it talks about, and it's a Jewish guy who wrote it. And
Traitor.
he's talking about like, kind of like the birth of Israel in 1947 and like the fallout of it. And it's very interesting to listen. Like, this conflict is never going to end.
No.
Like, every time they get a ceasefire, which they got one like...
Unless I step in.
Unless God steps in.
Guys...
Unless God comes down
I'm
and
gonna
is
have
like,
to-
you're
we need
both
to go.
wrong.
I'm going to have to intervene.
Unless God comes down and she says, you're both wrong.
That is blasphemy, and I won't appreciate it on this podcast. No, what really needs to happen is Trump needs to take over Gaza. We need to open a Six Flags in Gaza, and that will be the end of it.
Dude, I saw that AI video he made of that. That was the weirdest shit.
No, somebody made it as a joke.
And then he
Trump
posted it.
reposted it, and the guy who made it was like, "Oh, what the?"
I didn't even realize that happened.
Yeah.
I thought the White House, like, I thought someone underneath him came to Trump and was like, "Look at this video we put together," and he's like, "Beautiful, I post it now."
It's funny to think like maybe they if that does happen, that did happen, and there's like a giant Ferris wheel or some shit over there, and then our society, we all die from some global fucking terrible thing.
Yeah.
And then future societies are looking at this broken down Ferris wheel like how we look at the pyramids, and they're like, what was this? And then you
Yeah.
just slowly uncover everything.
What's weird is Douglas Murray. This isn't funny, but the guy, he's pro-Ukraine and he's pro-Israel.
Whoa.
And I don't think there's a lot of crossover there.
That Venn diagram doesn't exist.
I don't think it does. I think he's like the one guy.
He's doing his own thing.
He is. I'll give him credit. And I will say, he's got a silky smooth British voice.
Ooh, that does
So
help.
Even when he's making non-arguments, you're like, he sounds good.
Yeah, he sounds knowledgeable.
He just released a book and he did the audiobook. And I'm going to be honest, I might listen to it just because of his voice.
Yeah, that is a compelling
But
accent.
Yeah, if you like keeping up with the political state of the world, I do recommend that episode. It's very nice.
My favorite is keeping up with the economic side of it. I know I'm very ill-informed on the political side,
Yeah.
but I love the economic side of it.
We're like opposites. I don't understand economics. I know that DoorDash is letting you put together payment plans for tacos right now, so that's
That's hilarious. But also terrible.
The economy's not doing
Cody,
well.
would you say that we should sell everything and panic? We should just panic and sell everything, right?
Don't
Is that
be
what
a
we should do?
panicking.
Wait,
Is
everybody
now the time
everybody
to
should go to the
invest.
bank and demand all their money.
You can turn off the AC.
Dude, a run on the banks would be hilarious.
honestly.
Dude,
I need to switch banks. Bank of America is bullshit.
I've been listening to a 1984 audiobook and equating everything that's happening in the book with the times that are happening now. It's a real fucking doozy. Do
Ooh.
not like it. Do not like it at all.
I listened to like the first chapter one night and I was like, I don't want to continue on with this.
It's not good, man.
Big brother.
It's
yeah, Big
very, yeah, it's eerie how much.
Did you finish
Yeah.
yet or no?
No.
Okay, I won't spoil it.
Yeah, I'm in the. No, I finished it. I had to read
Isn't
it in
it
school.
Magneto?
Oh, okay.
Isn't Magneto in the movie?
Yeah.
Magneto?
Yeah,
I haven't seen the
What
movie.
does that even mean?
the actor.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ian,
Oh, I thought you were making a joke about like
No,
Ian
isn't it him?
Ian
Isn't it
Patrick
McKellen?
Stewart.
Yeah, Ian McKellen.
I read
think
the
it's
book
him.
once, and I'm
not
now
Patrick
listening
Stewart?
through the audiobook.
Who am I thinking of?
Patrick Stewart is Professor X.
Yeah.
I always get them
Oh,
confused
Professor
too.
X, I'm thinking of the wheelchair guy. Magneto's not wheelchair. He's
No.
the metal guy. My
Yeah.
bad. My bad.
and he's gay.
Are they both
Dun,
gay?
dun, dun.
No, Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart's straight. Ian
I believe
McKellen is gay.
married. Yeah, but
Okay.
they're best friends.
Is Ian McKellen the guy that played Gandalf? Or am I wrong again?
No, Ian McKellen. No, he did. Yeah,
Okay.
you're right. You're right.
Okay, now I'm picturing the right guy.
I was thinking of the other guy who played Saruman.
He also played Norbit.
Norbit. Why does that say? What is that?
Yeah, it's actually
The Eddie
Eddie
Murphy
Murphy.
movie.
Yeah, it's actually Eddie Murphy.
Oh, the big black
Was it Dr. Doolittle?
Who's calling a
No,
gay
that's,
white British man a black guy?
Oh wait, maybe it is.
Who's
No,
straight?
that's Medea.
Did Eddie Murphy? Did
I'm
Eddie
so
Murphy
lost.
fuck trans prostitutes?
What'd you say?
Did Eddie Murphy fuck trans prostitutes?
You got it to get to that
I
level
don't
of
know. I
fame.
haven't heard anything about that.
It's part of the ritual.
Yeah, true. That's how you keep them coming.
Yeah.
I didn't even mean to do a double entendre there.
I wish Steve Martin would make a comeback to stand up.
Have you guys read his book? I've probably talked about this before.
No, but I watched some of his documentary.
I have one of his albums on vinyl. It's pretty
Do
good.
you know why he quit?
He quit. I heard that it was because he got so big that everybody's cheering so much he can't do what he's trying to do.
He didn't know if he was good anymore because his audience loved him so much.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest, there are some other comedians who I think could take notes.
Sorry, what?
Oh, go for it. I was going to say in his book, he actually talks about why he quit. I was going to share
Oh,
mine.
really?
Yeah.
Why is
Let's
it?
share it while we're on
So-
the topic because I'm about to change it.
Okay, so the book Born Standing Up, he talks about that was a big part of it.
Yeah.
And he also like that led to him struggling to create material.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
he said that he started to get so like consumed with he couldn't figure out like his act. He like was trying to figure it out and he felt that it wasn't progressing.
Yeah.
And then he had 3 shows in a row where this guitar is supposed to descend from the ceiling in the stage and he to play the shortest guitar solo ever.
Yeah.
He just strums one chord. It's like this big like it was his big closing bit. 3 shows in a row it malfunctioned and didn't descend.
Ooh.
And it made him so furious that he like went back to his dressing room and he said in the book the way he phrases it he says I was having an artistic crisis that I did not think I was capable of.
Wow.
Like he was talking about like why is the craft bringing me so much rage? Why am I acting like this asshole?
Yeah.
And he said he loaded up his prop case and he said finally I'm done with this tour. I just need a couple weeks off. And that was I think in like 1976.
Yeah.
And the next sentence is I never did stand up again.
Damn.
I was like, holy shit.
That's tough.
We were talking about like guys who fall off and everything. Caden, my roommate,
Yeah.
he
Caden.
just last night went to go see. You remember everybody's at Bass Pro Shops last night
Yeah.
when we were going to JJ's?
Yeah.
They were there to see Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart was at the Paycom Center.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He told me dog shit.
What?
He said it was complete dog shit. He fell asleep in the middle of it. They left early. He and the girl he was with
Whoa.
left
Damn.
early. He was like, his openers were great, but Kevin Hart sucked. The guy right before Kevin Hart was crushing, he said. And then
wonder
Kevin
who
Hart
it
goes up,
was.
first 3 jokes, bomb, bomb, bomb.
Damn.
And then he was like falling asleep and he was like, the girl he brought was like, let's go. And he was like, yeah, I'm
Damn.
Dang.
That's rough.
yeah. He said you could feel that it was like, I don't know. He keeps just using that voice, relying on like that voice
Yeah.
that he does or whatever. It's just no good.
Damn.
And I was like, yeah, I mean, when you have that much going on,
He does
can
a
you
lot.
really do, like I was thinking about, I think the guys who just do stand up, whenever they get older, because a lot of dudes fall off.
Yeah.
I think the guys who just do stand up, they're still great or whatever.
Yeah.
Like Norm, Louis, Chappelle, even though his last special I wasn't particularly fond of.
I wouldn't either.
But I think he's just got so much going on. It's like, I mean, stand up's not really, you're not really focusing on that. You got Jumanji Monday.
Yeah, true.
That's what Steve Martin said. He said once he started doing the movies, they're like, why don't you do stand up? He's like, dude, stand up is fucking hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
He's like,
yeah.
these movies are easy.
That's what every stand-up says who switches to movies
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like TV. They're like, this is fucking easy.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
you
easy money.
literally-
I mean, I completely get it.
Yeah.
You memorize shit someone else wrote, and then you just sit in a trailer all day.
And then you just get paid big money to promote it and
Yeah.
be a star.
Yeah.
I just love stand up
awesome.
so much. I never want to stop doing it. I just want to do that.
I want to get good at it. That would
Yeah,
be sick.
Dace has already been offered movies, and he turned them down.
All right.
How much time are we at?
We are at 55 minutes.
Okay, nice. Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
I figured we were getting close.
It's been a great pod. Cody, thanks for coming on, brother.
I feel like because I was listening
We still
to a
got
show
some time.
before this, I've been talking a lot. So if you guys have things you wanted to share that
Dude,
I
you're the
overtalked
guest.
over,
We like every guest comes on and
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, I'm talking too much." It's like, no, we have you here for a reason.
I didn't want to disrupt the flow.
Plus, you're like an extension of the Copper Valhalla.
Yeah.
I'm the biggest fan.
Yeah, you're like our adopted brother.
I
And
appreciate
you're
that.
like one of the only people who consistently promotes our podcast who's not on the podcast. So
I do like you guys'
thank you
pod.
for that. I like your pod too, even when you have guests who suck.
There will be quite a few coming up. You guys can skip some episodes.
I won't name them, but goddamn, there's been some rough episodes.
Would you have Bill Cosby on your show
Oh.
Are we talking before or after Scandal?
today?
Also, you're wearing sunglasses. I can't tell if you're asking me or Cody.
Oh, sorry.
I absolutely would.
Yeah, you have to.
Before Scandal, no. After Scandal, yes.
Yeah.
Bill, what was the dosage ratio? I'm trying to get laid.
Would you have him on and like you only talk about stand up? Like, what's your writing
That would be
process?
so fucking fun. I feel like a lot of like podcasts that get big guests,
Yeah.
they have to like sanitize the question. So these huge guests that come on, you never actually get to hear about the shit you want to hear about.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like when Kamala Harris did Call Her Daddy.
Yes.
It's like when Trump did Joe Rogan. Listen, I'm not a Trump guy, but it's like they had a real conversation.
And there was lots of times where Rogan was like, "Well, what do you mean by that?" Like,
Yeah.
And when he's
yeah.
talking about the election being stolen, he's like, "All right, but what proof do you have?" Like,
Right.
Yeah. And then
Kamala Harris went on Call Her Daddy, and it was just like a puff piece. And it's like, oh.
yeah.
That's like, there's this podcast I used to listen to a lot, Colin and Samir. They're mainly YouTube guys. So they interview a lot of like online creators.
Yeah.
But they got big, so they've been able to have bigger guests on. But it's like become very corporate and sanitized. Like they had Mark Zuckerberg on, hour and a half,
Wow.
uninterrupted. And all they talked about was like some fun new features at Meta. And all the comments were like, I used to respect you guys. What the fuck is this?
Yeah.
It was brutal.
That is like a lot of Rogan episodes are annoying, but I will give him credit. Like when he had Zuckerberg on, and Zuckerberg is like being like, "Oh yeah, free speech is great. Like I'm down with Trump. Like all this stuff." There's a part where Rogan is just like, "Yeah, a lot of people are gonna think you just kind of switched up because the new guy's in."
Yeah,
And he
for
just
sure.
kind of laughs, and Mark Zuckerberg's just kind of like,
You guys ever heard of the Nelk Boys?
Oh, yeah, of
podcast.
course. Yeah.
They had OJ on, and they just
Dude.
They asked him if he did it.
"Oh my god!" And
Holy shit.
beforehand, they were like told not to
Yeah.
ask that question.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And they were like, "So who do you think did it?" And he's like, "I don't want to talk about that." And they just kept asking questions about the case.
I heard like this. I love Norm, and I've like always listened to Norm stuff. I heard that.
You're so unique.
I heard. All right.
I have this like really niche take. I think Norm Macdonald's like kind of pretty goated at it.
Holy shit, bro! Who's Norm?
All right.
Continue. That was
Anyway,
mean.
I was listening to this thing, and they were trying to get OJ on Norm's show that he had,
Oh
the
my
Norm live show.
God.
And Norm had this producer guy that, or no, this isn't a thing. Or he was talking to the like OJ's guy or whatever, his PR guy, I'm assuming,
yeah.
or whatever. And he's like, yeah, he would love to do it. Yeah, of course. Wow. And then so they end the phone call and they're like, wow, he's actually gonna like do this. And then like 10 minutes later, the guy calls back and he's like, is it Norm Macdonald from SNL? He's like, oh,
Literally,
They did a little research.
the reason he got fired. That's
Yeah.
so funny.
it's so fucking good.
Oh man,
That's hilarious, dude.
that is
Yeah.
great.
Oh man, now they're both dead.
Wow.
You know what's funny is
So weird to think about.
I saw online that they auctioned off like a bunch of OJ stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was listening
glove.
to Matt and Shane
got
see your
some of
podcast.
it.
Shane bought stuff that was OJ's. Like, I have OJ's tie collection.
Wow.
Yeah. And they were like, did you get any of the did you get the gloves? Were the gloves? And he was like, he did sell some
He
gloves.
was like, those were for sale,
Wow.
but I did not buy them.
Imagine if Shane Gillis for his next special came out and he was doing like the MJ one glove, but it's OJ's glove.
And it just doesn't fit the whole time.
It's just like barely on there.
barely on there.
Can you imagine though, like the feeling in the courtroom when that lawyer's like, if the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Cochran was the best.
Dude, he everybody was starstruck. They couldn't convict him.
Did you watch that FX
They're like,
show?
we know he killed this woman, but this lawyer is killing right now.
The other lawyer, Shapiro, was a genius because, like, while they're during recess, he went up and looked at the glove and he was like, "Huh?" And he like put it on and he was like, "This doesn't fit me." And so he goes to OJ. He's like, "Show me your hand." And they like compared hands. He's like, "You should wear the glove. You should ask him to wear the glove."
But
whoa,
on that point, when he puts on the glove, OJ's hand is literally like this.
Yeah, he's making that thing
it's
numb.
like, let's make this
obvious.
not fit as much as he doesn't fix his hand at all. And no one in the courtroom is like, "Hey man, put on a glove normal."
Yeah,
he has his hands spread out like this, and he's like, "Ah, look
Also,
at that."
That case was fucked because that one cop was a Nazi.
Oh boy,
That really did.
That
fuck them.
was unfortunate.
And, Marsha, what's her face? She kept getting advice from like the black guy who's like, you should do this. She's like, come on, nah, this is gonna be fine. And she just plays right into Johnny Cochran's hand the entire time. Did you watch that FX show about it?
No, I haven't seen the FX show.
It's good.
What's so great about it is on the press run, Cuba Gooding Jr. plays OJ. He got so into character that every interview
that he killed
the cast,
his wife in a waiter.
dude, yeah, every cast interview they would have, they would ask everybody, do they think he did it? The entire cast would be like, oh yeah, he definitely did it. And Cuba Gooding would be like, no, I think he's innocent. To the point where like other cast members would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? He got so into, he's the best actor, dude. He got so into character where he was like, OJ definitely didn't do it, dude. It's so funny.
By the time the press tour ends, they're like, do you think he did it? He was like, I am innocent.
Yeah.
Method acting.
The glove didn't fit, you must have quit. Sick. Are we over an hour now?
We are.
All right. What do you got to promote, Cody?
What I have, just the Cody TroutPod, honestly.
Please listen to the TroutPod.
And
To the
this
Cody
summer,
TroutPod.
the TroutPod live show is coming.
Yes. Can't wait for that.
Finally
dude.
got the venue to kind of agree to my concept.
That's
now there's a
gonna be
lot
awesome.
of logistics to work out, but by June or July, it'll be
It's going to be
happening.
awesome. And I can't wait for all of us to be on it.
You guys should be
Yeah.
the first panel.
I would love to be
That would be
That would be
awesome.
so much fun.
We'll do that right now. We'll
That would
agree
be
to that
awesome.
right now. That'd be awesome.
Listen to the Cody Trout Pod. All of us are individually on it. It kicks ass. He's got other people on it.
I'm
comics.
going to be honest. I've listened to this run of episodes. Our episodes are some of the best. We're in the
great.
top 5, and that's 3 of them.
That is true.
Yeah, they're very good. I like Cody actually has like a plan with his podcast. He
Yeah.
has strategic questions and he edits.
And a studio.
Yeah. He actually puts effort in.
And a much better intro, I will say.
It's nice.
I spent way too much time on that intro. Like, I had my friend who's a rapper and my friend who's a beat producer like help me make it.
It's
It
kick-ass.
took
I can see
hours.
that. That's
I love
very
it.
like rap
I love
video.
It took hours.
The Cody
Do you have any shows
Pod.
coming up?
Yeah, I got next week. I'm in Amarillo and Tulsa, I think.
Nice.
Wow.
It's like
So that'll
what's
be-
the Tulsa show?
It's one of Evan Hughes. I forgot the name of the video, but it's on the 19th in
Nice.
Tulsa, and
There's
then
like-
the 17th in Amarillo.
Fuck yeah, dude.
The cool part about the Tulsa show, though, is Dusty Slay is doing 2 shows at Bricktown, Tulsa that night. So I'm gonna go catch the late one, and I am a
Nice.
huge Dusty Slay fan.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
man. That's what's up.
That'd
That's
be awesome.
awesome.
All right, Caleb, what do you got?
Hosting for Kevin James
Oh, are you really?
Thornton.
Are you really?
Kevin James
Yeah.
Thornton.
Dude, hell yeah!
Kevin James Thornton, Tuesday the 26th at Tulsa Bricktown.
Let's
And
go.
then other stuff, and I don't really feel
Hey,
like
maybe we should
promoting.
move to OKC so we can get booked at Bricktown.
He's got a point. He kind of got a point.
I won't name any names. Someone sent me that Facebook post from that person,
Yeah.
and they were like, dude, you're a shit comic in Tulsa. Don't move to OKC and get bodied. Very funny. All right, what do you got?
I got nothing.
Good. All right. This comes out on Tuesday, so I don't need to promote the show at Bricktown Tulsa. But then April 17th, I will be co-hosting Comedy Rumble with Taylor Dunn
Whoa.
at Twisters.
Nice.
He asked me to do that today.
Very nice.
I don't even know what it is, but come. Everyone come. It's free.
That'll be fun.
So just come hang out or do comedy. I don't know if it's an open mic. I don't know if it's a show. Come to Twisters. It'll be fun. Hopefully
Follow
Twisters is awesome.
Follow us all on socials.
Yes. Days Carlson Comedy. Caleb M _21. That's convenient. What's
With
yours?
Tobey Maguire's just Cody Troutman.
Cody Troutman, and then T Barris Comedy, all on Instagram. That's the episode, folks. Like, subscribe, comment, 5-star rating, share. Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your brother, tell your sister, tell your aunt, tell your uncle, tell your cousins, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your dog. Don't tell your cat, dude. Bye.